Hey guys, what's up? So this was a rant that got started on my stream. Maybe it wasn't a rant, but this is how I really feel about how Realm Royale is in its current state after they updated the game finally after 2.5 years. And so there was a lot more than this that went on in this video, and honestly, if you want to hear everything that I said about it, you'll need to watch probably a good almost hour and a half of this video. As you can tell, I was playing Fortnite at the time, so it was a little distracting playing my game and talking to people and doing other stuff. I apologize if it seems like I went from here to there to everywhere, but sometimes that happens when you're playing games, you know what I mean? So this is actually my thoughts and how I feel raw on where Realm Royale is. As someone who has been a gaming journalist, who at one time had a top 10 online magazine and has experienced being in and out of the gaming industry on a journalism side, and I still have information from some sources that I get once in a while. This is a non-biased look and feel. Now, I understand, and I've said it in this video, excuse me, that, you know, the people that originally started playing this game and that built their Twitch channels up and that are where they are in their follower count and their community and such, they have a passion. They have a certain passion for Realm Royale because that's where their community base was. You know, they wouldn't have gotten started on Twitch the way they did if it weren't for the Realm Royale community, which for the most part is pretty great. Even I could admit that. But for someone like myself who caught the tail end of that, and you know, I built my player base and community on Apex Legends when it came out day one, and so I was more involved with that and with World of Warcraft and such at the time. You know, I can look at this from the outside looking in and not look at this like, oh, this is awesome, I'm gonna get my player base back, you know, I'm gonna be able to play the game I enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a biased decision, and I have already, the parties that we have disagreements with this on, you know, we're friends. I mean, or I would like to think we're friends. We can say what we want to say and have an opinion about it, and just because our opinion is different, there shouldn't be like at the end of the day, oh, well, I'm not going to be your friend anymore because you think differently than I do. I like to think that I'm an objectionable thinker and can look at things differently than a lot of other people can, but hey, it's okay. So I just wanted to give you this little bit of intro here, and you guys can watch the video, which I think is approximately, let's look here, it's approximately 16 minutes and 45 seconds or somewhere thereabouts. Y'all can take your take on it. You can leave comments. That's fine. I mean, if you leave hateful comments, I mean, if it's just really personal, they're going to get taken down. Just know that. And I do that for all of my YouTube channel and all my content. So you're allowed to be a hater, but don't be a hater that has a one-sided, lopsided opinion and doesn't believe that anybody else should be able to have their opinion about a subject. All right, guys. Peace. Have a good one. Well, that's because they fucking... That's where they started, man. That's how they got their first initial, you know, followers and shit. A lot of them got their followers from playing Realm back in the day, and it's glorious times. But it's so fucking different. It's so different and changed now, and I mean, they changed it in a fundamental way to the extreme that you're having to relearn everything. You're having to relearn all the classes and shit because that's what they did to the game. I mean, most of the stuff is still the same, sort of, but that's not the actual issue. The issue, it's been changed in such a fundamental way that it's not as balanced as they're claiming it to be. And then now the problem is everybody wants to play the fucking like hunter or the mage because the fucking hunter gets that grappling hook and the distance on that fucking thing is ridiculous. I mean, absolutely, the distance on that thing is absolutely fucking retarded ridiculous. Like, why would you put something in the game like that and then make the travel distance on it twice as long as anything else in the fucking game and then call that balanced? Like, I mean, I may have fell off the apple cart, but it wasn't yesterday. You know, fuck. Like, there's nothing. I don't know, man. They need to figure their shit out. Look, I know that they're still working on it. Like, I get that completely, and I know everybody's like, oh, it's a work in progress. They're still working on it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but don't tell me that in its current patched, updated state that it's balanced, because it absolutely fucking is not. It's better, for sure, better than where it was, but balanced? No. Balanced is not a word that I would use with the current state of Realm. It is more balanced than what it was, absolutely. And the fact that they got rid of the fucking... Well, they didn't get rid of the fire axe, but I mean, at least it doesn't fucking one-shot people anymore. That's a fucking improvement. But it's like... And I've already had these discussions with you and Smarmy and other people in the fucking community. I mean, it's just, it's not there yet. I know it's a work in progress. Like, I'm 100% being stupid. I'll catch up with chat in a minute. Let me fucking stop having fun and, you know, actually chat for a second while I heal. All right, back. There's nothing wrong with having to relearn the game per se. No, so there's nothing wrong with having to relearn the game. Like, I mean, the classes are still basically the same. You're just locked into your classes. That's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with any of that at all whatsoever. It is more balanced than 2 years ago, which I already said. I know that this is still... I know that it's still, you know, being worked on, like, and what the few devs that did decide to work on this game, which I'm told is between 5 and 8. I don't know how accurate that number is, but that's just what I've been told. Fucking, it still has a long way to go. And it still has a long way to go, not because of where it is currently, but because they waited so long to update this game, and they waited so long for people to want to come back to it. I mean, there's a reason why they approached Ninja and Shroud and all of Ninja's little buddies and all of Shroud's little buddies to come back and try to play this game, and Ninja flat up said nope. Ninja, who brought them the most players they ever seen in a 3-day span back when Fortnite had some major problem and it was down for like a whole day, and Ninja came and played this game, but they went back to him and they asked him to come back and play Realm, that it's been updated, and tell him what he thought of it. And he just said, no, flat out. That's a problem. That's why the game is not there yet. And I don't know if, like, you know, he fucking suggested something to them, or, you know, whatever. Like, I have no idea. I just know that when a ginormous streamer like that, even though I don't follow the guy personally, you know, I read some articles about him once in a while where he's going blind, blah, blah, blah. But when you have a ginormous person like that, that thought the game was really fun 2 years ago, and then they come back and they go, nope, you might have a little bit of a problem. I mean, that's, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a bad problem or anything. I'm just saying there's a problem. Because if somebody large like that is not willing to put their reputation on the line for Realm Royale, then it's not there yet. And that's going to be because dude either has played it on an alt account and didn't, you know, like a fucking, you know, an alt account, didn't tell anybody about it, blah, blah, blah. Or he has watched people play it and he's like, no. So, like, I get it. And I do think that it's more balanced, but it's still not there yet. There's still balancing issues that need to be addressed. Like the fact that Assassin is so fucking underwhelming right now and hard to fucking play. Everybody's like, oh no, it's the best class ever. I'm just saying that it's something to be desired for when you have large streamers that they shouldn't have really even gone back to anyway. I mean, when you do that, that's desperation. That's like, oh well, we don't think our game is good enough, so let's like fucking go get some big name to come and say, yeah man, it's totally fucking awesome and shit. And it may not actually be, but that's not the point. The point is just leave it there. The point is that they went to a large streamer and basically begged for him to come play the game, to give it another shot. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not right in any fucking version of any game or anything. You know, it's just not kosher no matter what. I mean, the game now has a troubled past because of Hi-Rez doing what they did and just up and dumping the game and going, nah, we're done here. Let's go over to fucking let's focus on Paladins because that's our cash cow right now. And then they, you know, released Smite, and then they found out Smite was really their cash cow. The highest recorded ever players they had in the game is when Ninja played this game. Ninja and his buddies, the night that Fortnite was out, like, I don't know, it's back before even chapter 2 came out. So it's been a long, like, I don't know, season 7, season 8, Fortnite, something like that. There was some major issue and the servers were down for like, I don't know, 12, 14 hours, some shit like that. And so that's what ended up happening. And I think they had like, I don't know, fucking 10,000 players that day. It was probably higher. It was a lot. I'm not going to go look it up right now because I looked it up the other day and I'm just not interested, to be honest. And so the game has a long way to go because Hi-Rez dumped the game, didn't give the courtesy to send some kind of notification out to the fucking player base, which they would have had emails for because you have to sign up either through Steam or whatever. They would have had a way to contact the players and say, hey guys, you know, Realm isn't really working out for us. It's not in our best interest to continue support for Realm, blah, blah, blah. Instead of just poof, gone, and putting all those developers to another fucking game. Like, why would you fucking do that? You don't alienate your player base. This is like the mass exodus that has been going on with World of Warcraft. This is the mass exodus that's been going on with Fortnite. This is the mass exodus that's been going on with fucking Warzone and Call of Duty. When you fucking alienate your player base, they're like, oh, well, you don't need my money? See ya, bitch. Bye, Felicia. They don't give a fuck. And so these companies, but yeah, like they alienated their player base, and then we're just like, well, we're gonna go over here and work on Paladins. Oh, well, we're actually gonna go over here and work on fucking Smite. And I mean, and you know, I seem like I'm passionate about it, and I seem like I'm getting angry about it. I'm passionate about the fact that these gaming companies have fucking, you know, the old guard, the old dogs like myself, that are in our age bracket that created all these games. Like, these games wouldn't have existed if it weren't for my generation, but I'm pissed off because they move on and they pass the mantle on to somebody younger to run the companies, and the younger idiots are the ones that are fucking it up for everybody. Like, they don't know how to run shit. That's the fucking problem. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So it's like, I don't know what these fucking people think. But gaming companies should not be alienating their customers, and we are their customers. We play these games either because we enjoy them or because they're constantly updated. And when they stop doing an update, like Hi-Rez did with Realm, and left it in the fucking grave, left it in the grave for 2.5 years, and then it took a few people constantly fighting every day, hey, you need to do Realm, hey, you need, you know, and they finally, you know, and one of them gets appointed as a developer. I mean, he's got the skills to do it, but it's not the point. The point is they were fucking like, please, you know, for fucking probably the last 12 months or so, like, hey, you know, it's time because there's battle royales are still going on. They waited too long to update the game, and then when they did update the game, it went from unbalanced to moderately balanced, and it's not there. I've played it, you know, DBC, I've played it with you. I have played it with you, DBC. I haven't had a chance to play it with Smarmy since the balances. You know, I've played it by myself, and the fucking down state, which is the chicken, the down state, which is the chicken, is functionally broken right now. It's functional, but it's broken. You're still getting like killed. You don't have the purpose of that chicken, and the purpose of that chicken having the mobility that it has is so that you actually have a chance, if you're smart, of getting away from your pursuer and having a chance to come back up from that chicken state or being popped. Well, in solo play, there is no second chance of being a chicken. If you get popped and then you get turned to a chicken, if you die as a chicken, that's the end of the match. But when you're playing with anybody duos and up, a group, you have multiple chances. If you don't get, instantly popped, you have multiple chances to be able to come back. But solo, that's it. So they need to figure out what to do with the down state in solo play, because as it stands right now, there shouldn't be even, it should be like Fortnite. You die, there's no down state in solo. That's it. You're done.
Wow.
And you go back. So, oh yeah, and so I mean, like, I know a lot of you guys got your first followers from Realm. Like, I get that. Like, I know that, you guys, a lot of you streamers that were doing Realm when I was starting with Apex, like, you guys were doing Realm. I know a lot of you guys, like, a lot of your followers, a lot of your follower base came from ROYALE, and I get it. I understand. I know. And I know that for you guys, it would be excellent if they would fix the game that you enjoyed playing before it got so broken that they decided not to do anything with it. And so that you can go back to playing a game that you actually enjoy playing. But they've got to, and it's not, I don't know how to, I can't say it nicely. The former pros that played Realm Royale cannot be the only people that are allowed to sway the decisions of the developers, because that's the same fucking problem that's with Fortnite. That's the same fucking problem that's with Warzone. That's the same problem that's with Apex. That's the same problem with Super People. It's the same problem with all the BRs. They only listen to the pros because, oh, well, these are the guys that are bringing us in all the cabbage, so we're only going to listen to them. They have to look at everything objectively. And if these companies, I'm going to leave Super People out of it because we know that they actually have been listening to their player base, and they have been banning cheaters. Like, as soon as they catch them, they're gone. There is no, let's wait fucking 2 months down the road to ban somebody's account. As soon as it gets caught and seen, they're out. They fucking, hardware ban them. But, and so that's like amazing for a company that is actually like, okay, yeah, we're going to take care of this problem. We want to take care of it now. None of these other companies want to do that. They're like, whatever, we'll get to it when we get to it. And that could be 3, 4, 5 months down the road. I mean, it could be anything down the road. So it's like, they've got to, and, I had to work, now I'm out of a job again, but I had to work when they were putting the PTS up. It was only going up for a few hours. It wasn't like it was up, 24 hours or, an entire weekend or something. Or if it was, I still missed out because the casual man that had, has to go make a living out of the home and was gone on the nights that it was, updated and shit. I didn't have a say. And I mean, that's not my fault because I wanted to choose earning money over playing a video game. There should have been, it shouldn't have been for a few hours or 5 hours or 6 hours or, even 8 hours. It should have been, hey, we're going to do a PTS weekend. We're going to do a weekend and, it'll run like, say, Friday to Sunday or something when most people are home. Not everybody works during the week. I mean, a good portion of people do. Say like 30% of the population works, or sorry, weekend. Not, 30% of the population, tops of the working population, probably works the weekends, but everybody else is, home Friday, well, Saturday, Sunday. So it's like, you know, how they should have done the PTS is they should have done it over a weekend and added like some random weekday week after like 7 p.m. Fucking West Coast time, and like they should have done it like that, where people actually have the time to do it, instead of just taking the opinions of like 30 fucking people.
Yikes.
Of like 30 fucking people. What's yikes? What are you yikesing about?
No, nothing. This is great.